And just as I had the moment of just like, I can't lift it. It's too heavy. Right past him, I see a truck, and I'm like, oh, that's his brother. Thank God. Like, it was just a moment of like the knowing of just, I can't lift this thing. This is too heavy for me. And I wasn't upset about it, and I wasn't mad about it. I was like, this is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
And we had it was just a funny thing. And I looked past him, and then there's the truck, and I'm like, oh, thank God, that's his brother. He can help him move this thing.
Right.
And so it was just in a funny moment of like being okay with it, and it just showed up with a solution. So it's kind of like I have more fun with the smaller, mundane things that don't mean like big, life stuff. But it was just like we talked about it, and you're like, well, the moment that you realize that, and you were like, okay. And then it was very unexpected. Like, he doesn't just stop by our house for no reason. And so he pulled up, and we both look at him, and he's like, do you need some help? I'm like, yes, please. And so
but that's a great example. That's a great example, because one of the things you remind us is that we all choose on some level to go to the less provocative topics to practice our power. Because, sometimes people want to get right to the mother load and like, what do I do? And it's like, there's so much going on that you're trying to figure it out. So what we do, and thank you so much, is that we kind of practice with, and you're right. I mean, that was orchestrated on your behalf, and you were receptive. When you said, I can't lift, hundreds of pounds of a furniture piece, that wasn't like, I'm weak and I can't do it and this is bullshit and blah, blah, blah. No, you just said, I already know that my capacity to do this right now isn't here. And then instantaneously, his brother shows up and they follow through with that. And that it's wonderful that you can now recognize that as a synchronicity, as you moving into a knowing that you weren't going to lift that thing. And then it got instantaneously orchestrated on your behalf. That's physics, friends. This is how it goes. Because certainly there could have been a version of that where, it would have been, pushing and trying to force it, or an argument or anything. But no, you were just present and receptive to your truth. And your truth was you weren't going to pick it up.
And I felt like that zero judgment. Like,
that's how it works.
Can't lift it. And I wasn't upset about it. I wasn't going to make excuses. I was like,
that is exactly how it works. And that's the point, is that when we're in judgment and worry, the higher self cannot connect with us. And when we're in worry and judgment, and we're not aware of it, and we just keep running that programming, nothing can be created. Things will only be replicated. It all rhymes. So just keep being with that. And that's a perfect example. And a lot of people are presenting tremendous examples like this. And then, yes, it's going to effortlessly move into the bigger topics that you experience. But the point is that as you enjoy what it is that you shared with us, you created that. That was your creation. So that's brilliant. Just be with that.
I think I need to be with it.
Yeah. So how do we continue to expand our perception? Because this kind of gets interesting. Suzanne shares with us that she wasn't in any judgment. That's how this works. Where worry and judgment, I will keep saying it, are a complete waste of your energy. They're not bad and they're not wrong. They are information. Fear is not bad or wrong. The sensation of fear is extremely powerful. I mean, you've all heard those stories where the mother is frightened when her child's under a car and they literally lift that car. Literally, that's happened many, many times. You've all had experiences where somebody you love or something was going on and you had this unbelievable strength that came in. That's not magic, that's physics. That when you're in the sensation of fear, when it is not in judgment, is a strength. It's your power. We talked about this weeks ago. Fear is misunderstood. And we have said I'm fear of failure, fear of fear, whatever. Fear of my success. The idea is that fear is misunderstood. It is in many ways determined or defined as a bad thing. It isn't. Fear, the sensation of fear can elicit your power. The frequency of fear means that you're in judgment. And the frequency of fear continues to run programming that is incongruent with who you really are, and it keeps replicating stuff. Okay? Excellent. I'm glad you shared that with us. Thank you very much.